A female police officer used excessive force as she hit ex-footballer Dalian Atkinson with a baton 6 times before his death, a misconduct hearing has heard. Former Aston Villa striker Dalian Atkinson died after being kicked at least twice in the head by West Mercia police officer PC Benjamin Monk outside the victim's father's home in Telford, Shropshire, 15th of August 2016. PC Marie Ellen Bettley-Smith, known as Ellie, was then a probationary response officer who attended the incident in the early hours of the morning in Meadow Close alongside her colleague Monk. Bettley-Smith was tried alongside Monk after she delivered 3 blows from her police-issue baton after the ex-Ipswich Town and Sheffield Wednesday forward had collapsed to the ground. Monk, who had earlier tasered 48-year-old Atkinson to the ground before delivering the kicks, was later jailed for 8 years in 2021 after his conviction for manslaughter. Monk and PC Mary Ellen Bettley-Smith were responding to reports of a man behaving very bizarrely and frighteningly in the street outside Mr. Atkinson's father's home, and arrived to find Darian appearing in the grip of a psychotic episode. Darian was beset by health problems including end-stage kidney failure, he needed dialysis and also had significant heart problems. The 2 officers arrived on scene at 1:36 a.m. and after interacting with Dalian Atkinson, Monk twice fired his taser at the former footballer to no effect. On the 3rd firing of the taser caused Dalian to fall to the ground. Monk then kicked him forcefully several times. Bettley-Smith said she struck Mr. Atkinson up to 6 times with her police baton, including to his back and the back of his legs about 3 times, after he had already been kicked by Monk. The incident lasted around 5 minutes. The prosecutor argued that none of the blows was reasonable, necessary, or proportionate in the circumstances. All blows were excessive. It was stressed that Bettley-Smith's blows did not in any way contribute to the death of Dalian Atkinson. Bettley-Smith denies her conduct breached standards of professional behaviour. It was all perfectly fine according to her, and she argues that she showed bravery, oh yes, how brave, under extreme pressure and was in no way responsible for the tragic outcome. The hearing continues. Quick commentary, it is an absolute tragedy. Dalian Atkinson, a striker of a very well-known, very much loved striker in the English Premier League, and he lost his life. Was it due to the beating that he received at the hands of these 2 officers? Well, according to this hearing, no, that wasn't the reason. There were other reasons as to why he died. And I'm not going to pretend that I know all the ins and outs of this incident and what followed, but regardless of that, this beating seems completely unnecessary. Tasered 3 times, hit with a baton at least 6 times, whilst the man is undergoing a psychotic episode. Is very, very sad. Having said that, I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite. I do tend to give the benefit of the doubt to police officers. I think police officers are in a very difficult situation. They do have to protect themselves and other members of society. I would imagine that they were quite confident that the best thing for them to do was to secure and detain Dalian, given that he was behaving in a bizarre and frightening way. So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, one of the officers is facing 8 years in jail for manslaughter. Maybe that's not justified. I really don't know. I'm a bit confused. But regardless of that, of course, full condolences to the family and friends, all of the fans of Dalian.